Hey everybody, how you doing? It is August 14th, 2020, and here is another article coming out about, what they're going to do when you send your children back to school. We knew that this was going to be used. We knew that they were going to take advantage of having your children in these areas and away from you so that you can't, protect them and they can kind of do what they want with them. It's sad to say, but it's true. And we knew this was coming, okay? And this is just the beginning, so it's going to continue to build after this, okay? Look at this is from today. It says schools off to a rocky start as more than 2,000 quarantined in 5 states. As school boards across the country struggle with reopening plans, New Jersey, Rhode Island, Indiana, Seattle, and elsewhere offer some details, and a judge clears the way for the Education Department's new Title IX rule to take effect Friday. Can anybody even still comprehend that the threat is what they're telling you it is? If all these kids are having to be quarantined in all these different states, they just went back, and this thing is contagious and deadly as you are telling everyone, then how would it not be an instantaneous shutdown of every single school across the United States? Do you truly believe, if there was that threat, that they would even be thinking about continuing to send these children to school? The answer is obviously a screaming no. It says more than 2,000 students, teachers, and staff quarantined in several schools. For many U.S. schools welcoming students back, a return to in-person learning was abruptly halted after new CV-19 cases. More than 2,000 students, teachers, and staff members across 5 states have been quarantined after at least 230 positive CV cases were reported. So, were they testing these kids? Did they have the parents' permission? I'd like to know about that. It's a grim start to the school year many hoped could mark the beginning of a return to normalcy, but one experts have long warned would come at a cost. Don't you love that? You just love how they want to, twist the knife even more. Oh, you're not going to go back to normalcy. Well, we warned you. We warned you if you, opened so fast. We warned you if you didn't listen. We warned you if you didn't wear a mask. We warned you, if you went back to school. Well, guess what it's going to be now? We warned you if you didn't take that vax. It's coming. It is coming. It says, impossible. School boards are at heart of reopening debate. Helena Miller listened to teachers terrified to re-enter classrooms and parents exhausted from trying to make virtual learning work at home. She heard from school officials who spent hundreds of hours on thousands of details: buses, classrooms, football, art, special education. She spent countless nights eyes wide open, her mind wrestling over the safety and education of the 17,000 children she swore to protect. She thought of her own kids, 2 in high school and one in middle schooler, the reason she ran for Rock Hill School Board 6 years ago. Yeah, I bet you if you're really worried and that worried about your kids, I'm pretty sure that you just would not allow them to go, right? I mean, why does it seem like this is some, this massive decision, right? I'm pretty sure that you and I and all of us, we all know that it was very simple. If there was any way possible to keep your children out of school, we're going to do it. There are situations where they can't. But these people are not in those situations. They can not send their kids to school. They can do what they want. They are not in the positions that you and I are in. And look at this. New Jersey schools can begin year remotely, but only if they prove they can't reopen in person. They have to prove that they can't reopen in person. What's going on right here is your own false news, your fake news that you've been putting out forever not enough. You've been terrifying everybody with the fear of how bad this is and how bad this is going to be, and yet now people need to prove that you can't reopen in person? I mean, this is just so ludicrous. It's just so frustrating because, this is the kind of thing that it just is so obvious to me. I mean, I don't understand how people can keep going with this. If they're going to be quarantining your kids, please don't send them back. Between all these wildfires going on and all these, the riots that are going on, and there is so much going on that you need to have your children with you or protected at all times. I know that not everybody can just keep your child with them. Not, most people still are trying to work. They're trying to do what they have to do to survive. But I would just pray that, you have protection over your children, whether you do have to put them back in school. And if you do have to put them back in school, just please do everything you can to prepare your child for what's going to happen. Make sure they know not to allow them to take a test, or to be given a vax without, your consent. But we're getting into a time now, a new time and a new age where they don't ask. Okay, they're just forcing these kids to do things. So that's why I will homeschool, and I know many other ones will. And we'll just keep it going. Continue to pray against this, because this is spreading. It's just getting worse and worse, and I continue to feel that this winter is what they're leading up to. I pray that I'm wrong, but come, Agenda 21, and Agenda 2030 seem like they are right around the corner, and all we can do is try to fight back. Everybody stay safe, stay strong, no fear. We'll talk to you soon. God bless.